everyone, welcome back. So you're going to be going to Cozumel. What part or what port are you going to be going to? What's the difference, if any? We'll get into the differences between each of the ports, as well as is it easy to get from one port to another? You can see here one of the ports in the distance from another port. You know which port that you're expected to arrive in. There is more than one port in Cozumel. We will show you in just a moment the differences, and you can pause to see and then research which port that you might be going to in going to Cozumel. Not all people and places are created equal, so what might be good today might not be good tomorrow. And where one person might be honest and you not have any issues, the next person you might have to work a little bit harder to make things go smoothly. What I consider not to be an issue or safe for me maybe might not be exactly the same for you or what you're comfortable with. While the cruise lines work to make sure where you go is safe, you have a job in making sure as a tourist that it stays that way. So being informed is one of those ways that you can help yourself in knowing what to expect before you arrive at your port of call. Doing a little bit of work and investigation prior to help you know a little bit more helps you in the goal of trying to do what is right to hopefully have a good, safe time at your port. There are many forms of transportation once you arrive at your port. I would ask you to look in to each one, whether it's an adventure, whether it's just transportation from one port to another to go to the beaches. Look and see what is going to be best for you and your family so you're not so surprised or having to take time out of your vacation to figure it out once you get there. So we're at the Punta Lagosta port here, where you see the ship in the distance that you saw. Feel free to pause here so that you can see the difference between the three ports and where they are located. So with the three ports, there is enough of a difference that you are going to want to know where you're going to be docked and what there is to do. Between the three ports, two have a shopping area within it, one does not. The Puerto Maya is the one that is all the way at the end, as you see. Then that one has a lot of restaurants, which you'll see coming up. And it seems to be the one that people enjoy the most, depending on what is going to be most important to you. That one has the Senor Frogs and some of the other restaurants there. But on all ports, you can go out into Cozumel. And in going out into Cozumel, you need transportation and a way to get around. I choose the taxi service if I'm not going to walk. I will tell you that the taxi service is regulated. In saying that, that doesn't mean that you're going to go off without a hitch and everything be smooth. Um, when you get off there, you will see rates. If you don't, please go find the rates. There are signs at each of the ports that let you know what services you should be paying for. There are taxi stands at each port as soon as you get out. If you are in any doubt, I would say ask them. I want to go from this destination to this destination. So let's say you want to go from one port to the last port. Ask them, what is the fee from this port to that port. You should have already looked to see what the fee should be. If they're telling you about that price, good. Don't be afraid to, negotiate, if we will. If someone says a price that you're just completely uncomfortable with, just tell them thank you very much. I promise you another one will be right there. There's usually standing right there. They will fight for you, truthfully. So also keep that in mind and know that that's something that's going to happen. They all want you as a fare. They all want, to be able to make their money. So you should not have a problem. I have never felt uncomfortable in taking a taxi service. You will see them going up and down all day long. That's what they're there for. That's what they do. Again, I am not here to tell you that it is perfectly safe. I am telling you that it is an option and something that you can look into. They do not take credit card payments. Taxi rates, like I said, are set, but make sure that you know what it is prior to getting into a cab. They all belong to a syndicate there, and they're mostly self-monitored. They're regulated, and like I said, they say to be, seem to be safe. Um, if you experience for any reason a rude driver or you feel unsafe, there is a number to call, and I'll actually include it in the description for you guys to call if there's any issues. The ports I was speaking of, the Punta Maya. So this one does have the restaurant. You can see the other port that is directly beside it. I mean, it is right there. It's not, you can see it in the distance there, the ship that's further south. It's not that far from the other. So you would probably be able to enjoy what is at this port. But if you wanted to do some of the other shopping, go to you know, the, the roastery there that's on the island, or some of the other things, you would need to take a cab in the distance there that you see, the ship in the distance, which is a ways from this port to the other. You want to enjoy your adventure, you want to enjoy your time. It is what you make it, The joy's there to be had, but hopefully this helped you with a little bit of information on what to do, what to expect there in Cozumel. Um, Travel more, and until the next time, for those of you who are subscribed, thank you very, very much. If you're not, I would ask if you enjoy this or some of my content for you to do so. And until the next adventure, we'll see you next time.